That sounds
Hey,
like
look
it.
at that. Welcome to the official recording of the podcast. Now that I remembered that it's just us and I need to set the recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, strictly two fools rushing in. It's
Yes.
welcome to the Chad and Ray Magic Hour,
Yeah.
where we're going to
Yeah.
ramble about whatever we saw this week.
That's right.
And
That's fucking right.
so I had a car ride with my boss yesterday to go
Yeah.
to that interview. A student in a elementary school wants to make comics, and she needed someone to talk to that knew about comics because the teacher couldn't provide that information. And she was a lovely young girl. I think her name was Hadley, which only sticks in my mind because it's kind of unique and I like it. Uh, she has an idea that's very similar to my comics, so I was really excited to try to impart, wisdom.
Yeah.
But that was the highlight of today. The
Okay.
car ride with my boss was adventurous. It was a
It's a curious
process
turn of
of
phrase.
it was a process of dodging topics I didn't want to talk about and staring to topics I knew he would rant about.
Ah, I see.
Yeah,
Uh,
talking about you know work politics, or he brings up something, a coworker, and I'm like, why the hell are we helping Israel? And just
oh,
let him rant about that for an hour.
I
Because
see.
I knew that would have that effect on him.
So you did not want to talk office politics, so you were using the opportunity.
Not to the boss when I know that. Let's just say I know there's some coworkers who are unhappy right now, and
Sure.
uh, I don't want to say it's his fault, but he isn't helping. How's that?
I totally understand that sentiment. Um,
And I don't
I
want to. I
currently
don't want to name names or stir the
right,
pot
right.
or
No,
be in
totally
the
get
middle
that.
at all.
Right. Yes, you want to stay in your ool.
Pool?
Yes, you don't want to piss in it.
Did
Welcome.
you say
You don't
pool? Did
remember?
you say pool?
No, I said ool. Welcome to
Okay.
our ool. Notice there's no p in it.
Oh,
Please keep
okay.
it that way.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't grow up with a pool, so I don't remember. That doesn't uh stick in my
They had
memory as much. Yeah.
they had that sign at the Liberty Public Pool, the Shelby Public Pool.
Jesus Christ. Serious? That's
Dead
tactful.
serious.
So
Yeah.
your tax
Yeah.
dollars paid for that.
Yep.
Uh,
I think it was even at the Malabar Pool. Maybe it was the YMCA pool. I don't remember. One of those things.
oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
God, I'm.
get me out of this minefield. Let's throw a
Yeah.
grenade at that and hope it um,
Let the chaos
blows.
grenade stick.
Yeah, blows up over there.
Yeah.
My daughter got a new cat. It's an older cat, like a couple years old, but
Okay.
they rescued it or took it home from a cat cafe. I think they work hand in hand with the Humane Society to like
Mm-hmm.
find homes for these cats.
Yep.
And the cat is like super curious. They have a laptop sitting on one of the tables facing the room so that they can like monitor the cats.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Abby said something through her phone, through the speaker and the thing, and the cat came right up to the computer and was looking at it, and she took a screenshot of it, and it looks like he's on a Zoom call. It's freaking
That's
hilarious.
hilarious.
I'm like, I love this cat already.
That's amazing.
But yeah, so I'm kind of happy for her after the bad run they had with with the bad run they had with the one cat that passed away, and that really kind of
Gotcha.
broke her up. I mean, they had these two kittens. They've had them since birth, and the one just kept eating foreign objects, and eventually it just had a belly full of string, and they had already paid to have some like rubber seal that it chewed off of a container removed
Jesus.
from it, and it was like in its stomach, toxic, making it sick. They already paid to have surgery and have that removed,
Yeah.
and they couldn't do it again.
No. I mean, because that shit's not cheap.
No, the vet kind of had sympathy on them for the first uh, one,
I'm
and
sure.
gave it to him for like $1,800. But they're two college graduates, teachers. They aren't making bank. Uh,
Right.
that's a lot.
Yes, that's all things considered. That's a chunk of cash.
And that wasn't that sympathy break wasn't going to happen again.
Probably
This
not. No.
time it's going to be I think she said $4,600 for the surgery. She's like, I can't do it. I can't let him go, but I can't do that.
Right. Right. Yeah, that was. I mean, and that was kind of where we were with Shadow when he was a pup, and finding out about his heart murmur. 'Cause he has a very significant heart murmur, and we took him down to MedVet down in Columbus. We spent it was like $900 for the initial appointment, just to get the the imaging and all that stuff to see okay, how bad is it. So then they were like, okay, so it's for real bad. We're like, okay. And they were like, yeah, the surgery is like $7,000. I'm like, oh my God, that's a lot of money for a dog. Number one. I'm
Yeah,
not
and I'm the heartless person that says, they're free everywhere.
right. I mean, I would have thought about it if they would have said, oh, well, it's it's this much and this will fix it. I'd have been like, oh, okay, well,
yeah,
let's do it.
with their dog, with their cat, it was a behavioral thing.
Right.
He
Right.
wasn't going to stop eating shit.
Right. And they were like, yeah, if we do the surgery, it's like a 50-50 on if it'll fix him, if it'll fix the heart murmur. I'm like, listen, I'm a dog guy. That dogs are my thing. They're my jam. They're my animal. Um, $7,000 on a maybe.
Yeah, that's not gonna
on
that's not
50-50.
fly.
That's I just couldn't bring myself to do that. So we
It
give
does
him the
it,
best life that we can as long as we can.
it doesn't necessarily say anything about you or your love for
Yeah,
that cat that you could not do that.
right,
That's just reality.
right. Like I am struggling to justify paying for my next colonoscopy.
Uh,
Like that's for me.
it's like, don't we know what's happening down that street already?
Yeah, yeah. Is it bad? Well, how about I give you a stool sample and we compare it to the last stool sample you had me give you, and let's compare notes. Because all things considered, I can tell you everything we need to know without you putting a camera in there.
Yeah.
Doing better than the last time. Still got some issues. So, Anyway, that's enough of that shitty topic.
Wow, Mr. Puns.
That's all I got right now.
Yeah.
Puns and dead parent humor.
What are you playing? Minecraft
Oh,
still?
Minecraft. Yep.
I saw that the Borderlands had their update or
Yep. They
the
put out a DLC. There's a guaranteed pearl super early in the DLC, and it was abusable to be farmed for additional pearls. And I'm just going back to that right now.
yeah, I don't understand the pearlescent thing.
Do you understand what they are? Or?
Yeah, they're just like super rare. Are they better
Yeah,
quality?
they are supposed. Well, okay. So in Borderlands 2, were they better quality? Sometimes. But then one of the best sniper rifles in Borderlands 2 was a quest reward. So, take that with a grain of salt. Um, the community was super split on the idea that you could just infinitely farm the first part of the DLC and just get all the pearls.
In this
In this
in
in this
Borderlands 4.
update, yes, in this update for the new game, yes,
Yeah. I
because
I saw a K6 video about it and he was saying that it's out and he started talking about weapons and then I was like, yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about. It's best that I don't, you
yeah,
know, bother right now. I will come back when my friends come back because that's the whole reason I got the damn game, anyways.
right. I am going to wait for the balance of what I paid for when I bought the game to be released, and I will go back then and see. Because if we remember right, Borderlands 3 had issues, lots of issues. Um, and then they, slowly got things fixed. And by the time the Bounty of Blood DLC came out, things were better. It was about a month after the Bounty of Blood DLC when they finally got Moe's and Iron Bear fixed. But I figure, okay, I'll come back around then and see where we're at.
Was
I don't have it
talking
in
about
me.
I was talking about this with Dee last week because
Yeah.
we were back and forth whether or not something did come out because we couldn't tell
Yep.
from YouTubers whether or not it was out or previews were out or what. So, and I'm like, the character that I started with is arguably the hardest character to play,
Mm-hmm.
or at least to get the most out of until
Yep.
Endgame or what. People do fine with him, but he's not forgiving. And
No.
one of the things I noticed was, like in Borderlands 3, he had anointments, and the
Mm-hmm.
anointments had different triggers. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the big trigger was on action skill,
Correct.
uh, which Zane had nothing that could take advantage of that.
Correct.
I mean, most of his action skills were a duration. It wasn't like a zap zap. And then
Right.
they gave him a zap zap ability, which kind
Mm-hmm.
of opened a lot of doors for that character.
It did.
And the Flack got a lot of love throughout. Moe's got a huge love. By the end, things were fun.
Yep.
Any character could do it, no
Yep.
argument. And because of the way they played, each character got the most out of different guns.
Right.
And from what I've seen, what I've played, there isn't a character in Borderlands 4 that isn't going to use the bot the
Correct.
last time I played. because that was the
Correct.
best gun. It didn't matter if they were Harlow or Roth or anybody. No AR is going to compare to that.
Nope.
Torg as a manufacturer, all I want him as is an added part to give a different gun stickies.
Yep.
I think one of the mistakes made with Borderlands 4 is the manufacturer parts.
I'm not a fan of the system at all myself.
It threw the balance of the guns clear out the window, because once you
Yes.
have a doll like gun with straight up Torg stickies, and it's using a different ammo type from the shotgun it's supposed to be, you've made the best gun that could ever be made.
Right.
And it can't compare.
Nope.
And furthermore, if Rafa pops his action skills and the thing pops out of his shoulders and shotguns are shooting everywhere, laser beams or whatever, and he goes down, and those laser beams can get him a second wind.
Yep.
Or he can get a second wind and pop up, and the laser beams are still firing.
Yep.
Furthermore, I think the same is true of Vex. Her clones can give her a thing. There is not one skill on Amon's entire skill tree that survives him going into fight for your life.
Yep.
You pop your action skill and go into your fight for your life, it's fucking gone.
Correct.
You got 300 seconds to wait, bud.
Yep.
Hope it wasn't crucial to your build.
Right. Yeah, I'm the biggest thing that I'll say about Borderlands 4, there were lessons that should have been learned by the developers from Borderlands 3, even Borderlands 2, and Wonderlands, that should have influenced how this game was made.
I think they got some stuff from Wonderlands, because the grenade and system and stuff really reminds me of the spells.
Yeah, grenades and ordnance feel different. That feels pretty good, but they're more important than the things that they should have included. There were some things that should never have come back, and we didn't see that carry through, and it has hurt the game.
What specifically? I mean, I probably know as soon as you say it, but I don't.
I mean, number one, the raid boss and the just horrible platforming jumping mechanics that they decided needed to make an appearance.
That's what made Guardians takedown horrible, right?
Yes, absolutely. And yeah, I get it. You can grapple now, but I'm sorry, it's just garbage. Grappling is cool. It should not be the centerpiece of a timed combat. I mean, so the raid boss, super garbage. The dedicated loot farming and things like that. I don't know what possessed them to do what they've done with the drops. I don't understand why. Fuck, my brain just died. Why the OP? Well, not the OP. What are they fucking called? The levels.
Oh, the not mayhem. God, what the fuck are they called?
Yeah.
Ultimate Vault Hunter.
Yes, I do not understand why those did not start out affecting your loot ability. Now they do now.
But they don't affect the loot quality, which was the
Right.
whole reason to do the higher thing.
Right. There's so many of these little things that they added to Borderlands 3 as the game progressed to make the game better, to make the game fun. I'm not saying that everything has to, have some super ridiculous drop chance. Because bossing in Borderlands 3 did not have super crazy drop chances. The problem with Borderlands 3, from so many people's perspective, was that legendaries just dropped all the time. But that wasn't dedicated drops. That was world drops. World drops
Uh-huh.
were way too high. And it was then further exacerbated by playing on Mayhem 11, which then just made them rain from the sky.
And then you could get things like the Schluter and basically
Right.
everything you killed dropped a
Right.
legendary.
So,
And
there were problems.
that was compounded by the fact that so many of the legendaries were shit.
Yes.
Absolute
So,
crap.
I get it. There's there were lessons that should have been learned about loot that they just overshot. They so many of the people, and I'm not going to name anybody by name, but there is a specific streamer / Borderlands community person who I put the blame on for the current loot problems with Borderlands 4. I'm not going to call him out by name, but I said so to him on X. To be fair, this is kind of on you, man.
Is it somebody I'm not a fan of?
I don't think you're a fan of them.
Strictly for his voice?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. I 100% would point at that said person and say the current loot problem in Borderlands 4 is their fault.
Well,
I believe that.
they need to not make a game for. I mean, I understand streaming is a big part of the life of games now.
Absolutely.
You have to have people streaming your game.
Absolutely.
That is crucial to your game being
Success.
profitable,
Yes.
pulling people in.
Yep.
Because there's too much media happening for people to know when everything's coming out. So you rely on
Right.
those streamers to pass along cool, fun
Absolutely.
things.
Yep.
And I get it. But when you build the entire game for them,
Yes.
that means you have no player base.
Correct.
You just have viewers watching 3 people play your game.
Well, and if you look now, there's nobody watching anybody play that game.
Yeah. I feel bad for people who, I mean, K6 is a Gearbox fan,
Yes. Yes.
He loves that setting, that gameplay,
Yep.
everything, and he's going to be the Borderlands 4 version of Jolt's dude. He's going to go back and play Borderlands 3 and then probably play that until 5 comes out.
Probably.
Which, that's his livelihood. He makes videos. And I'm of no illusion that a game company is going to last forever and their products are always going to be great, but you would think better of a, what did he call it, marquee game?
Yeah.
Or
this is supposed to be a AAA title.
AAA title, yeah. You expect more of that.
Yes, you do.
I mean, how many times did we kill Saul trying to get you a freaking class mod?
Mm-hmm.
And there were 4 of us in there.
Yep.
We should have seen 16 of them. And we saw
easily
3. We saw 3?
Yeah. 3.
We killed that fucker 20 plus times.
At least.
So, 4 of us, that's 80 drop chances.
Yeah.
And we saw 3.
Yeah. It's just not fun.
And I don't know. It's like I don't think they have a good grasp on the algorithm, because you'll kill something and it'll keep dropping the same fucking thing.
Yep.
It'll never drop the thing you want.
That's definitely the way it kind of feels right now.
Yeah, I think they need some big brained math geeks to come in there and fix their shit.
Well, I don't know if I'm big brained, but I am a math geek. And I am available.
Well, if you can fix it, more power to you, sir. But it's something that I would always find fascinating, but never be qualified to do. All those people I walk by at work with their spreadsheets and charts up, and they're just, happy as a clam. I get a tear in my eye every time I see it.
I mean, I don't normally live in the world of spreadsheets.
No, but you see a lot of text on your screen.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I'm about to start seeing more text on my screen.
I see what text I see is usually headlines or game instructions for tic-tac-toe or something.
Yeah, so we're going through kind of phase 2 of our AI implementation.
Mm-hmm.
And we're moving from I don't want to shit talk it. We're moving from Microsoft Copilot, which has been a very serviceable AI for what I need my AI to do. And we're moving to Claude.
That's got to be the worst fucking name I've ever heard.
It's named after the guy who's considered the godfather of AI.
Okay, so you're saying Claude, C-L-A-U-D?
C-L-A-U-D-E.
Okay, because all I heard was C-L-O-D.
Yeah. No, we're moving to Claude. It's this is going the Microsoft Copilot is included with our Office 365, and I used it for like 6-7 months. I'm not like a prompt engineer or anything like that, but I can write a pretty good AI prompt to get some shit done. But now I'm going to be using Claude to help develop some applications, to do some serious scripting, and build some agents that will interact with business users. We're going to be using Claude to help us with our backlog of development needs. Like I've got like 9 different requests that need development time for programs that just email data. Like our customers buy things from us. We have to provide, because we're a manufacturer, we have to provide them with specific documentation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for so long, this documentation has been manually handled. We're too big to manually handle this anymore. It's hurting us to keep doing this. Okay, so do I tell my developers, hey, I need you to drop what you're doing and build me a program that'll email this document, this document, this document, or this document? Oh, by the way, there's probably going to be 4 separate programs to do that. Or do I just set up a Claude thing to take scheduled tasks on the Windows server that I write, that are then going to go run database queries that I write to pull the data? And the scheduled task is going to take that data and make it a spreadsheet and dump it here, so that I can then have AI come in, pick that up, and based on the rules that I'm going to build into this thing, the AI is going to do what it needs to do and get the email addresses it needs and just send this shit. It's not going to interact with anybody. It's not going to talk to anybody. It's not going to have a chance to, make our customers mad. But it's probably going to pick up some spreadsheets and send them in emails. Because that's what we should be looking at our AI to do.
Well, our problem, I don't think it'll ever be a big thing in my work, just because we work with assets that we don't own.
Right.
So we can't let an autonomous, decision maker change those things.
Right. But I bet you some of the documentation that we have to supply to our customers is the same kind of stuff that your printers have to send to you. No, not to you, but your company. And there's no reason
it
a
might be
human needs to do that.
Back and forth, but I think we bought our biggest vendor.
Really?
Yeah. They were going out of business, and I think we swooped in and just bought them.
I mean, that's what we did last year.
Kind of saved that company and their employees or what, but it was definitely in our best interest. I was shopping for a new crew to do our shit is not not something we want to get into.
Right. That's kind of why the place that I went all of last year and I just kept going back to. That's why we bought them. A very, very similar situation. Company was having some struggles, was probably going to go under. And if we didn't buy them, one of our competitors would have. And then we would have lost complete access to those assets, and we didn't want that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a keep it in the family kind of thing, but it was definitely it's going to be the same people doing it. Right. Now we share the profits.
Sure.
We're still going to pay the same, but part of that's kicking back to us.
Yeah. We're doing some very similar kind of, models and working through shit.
Let me be specific. I have nothing to do with any of it. I am not involved in that decision, that justification, those books. I have no idea how that works. This is how it was presented to me.
Yeah.
By the people who did make those decisions and do know those numbers.
Same thing. They told me, hey, we bought this thing. We're going to put our stuff there. Guess who's going to do it? Me.
But very much in kind. One of the deciding factors that kind of brought it about was Ben had been working with that company for, as long as we've been a company.
Yeah.
And for them not to be there anymore was kind of not okay with him. So.
Right.
So that's how that happens. I've been immersing myself in anime literature.
Oh?
Yeah, it's that Pocket FM thing. I talked about it with Dee last week.
Yeah.
I've been using it a lot just because if I can have that playing and it's entertaining me, And
Mhm.
this was one of the conversations I had with Chris that was actually decent yesterday, was if I can have some kind of media presented to me to occupy my underbrain,
Mhm.
like the little child voice in my head, it's like, what's that? What's that? What's that? What's happening here? Hey, where's my phone? All that kind of shit.
Right.
If I can have something to occupy him, my hand can be drawing the entire time. My eyes
Mhm.
can be on my tablet the whole time. Uh, and not this week, but the week before, when I had the strip done Saturday morning,
Yeah.
that was why. Because I was listening to one of those stories that are very goofy, very
Sure.
uh, they're very simple stories. They're very it's structured very much like your typical My Hero My Hero Academia kind of anime,
Mhm.
stuff. Which I can't say I'm not a fan of, but you definitely see the lack of, I don't want to say sophistication, but the lack of real world kind of consequences to some of the things that are happening in the stories, which is popular in
Sure.
those genres. You got kids fighting wars and going to school to learn to fight wars, kind of thing.
Right.
Like the one kid is 12 years old when they go into this magic academy, and like one of the first tests is they put them out in these woods and they have to fight like freaking magical beasts. It's like,
Jesus.
yeah. I'm like, he's 12, right? Uh, so I sent my friend at work, Charity, a picture I saw on Facebook of. You ever watch the IT Crowd?
Oh, I love that show.
Okay, the boss, the second boss, the son.
Yeah.
He also was in What We Do in the Shadows.
Yep.
He's going to be hosting the Oscars this week.
Oh,
So,
okay.
presenting your 98th Oscar announcer, Matt Berry. And
Interesting.
my coworker is a huge fan of the IT Crowd. Uh,
Mhm.
so I'm like, oh, I got to send this to her. And then it's funny because my daughter today sent me a picture from her work um, of she went to the IT department to get a new laptop or something. And on their
Mhm.
whiteboard is written, "Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again?"
Mhm.
Written right on their whiteboard.
Yep.
Is it like they printed it off and pinned it up there? It's like somebody wrote it by hand up there.
Totally. Totally. 100%. And
I
laughed the whole time they did it. I'm sure.
Oh yeah. One of my favorites when I worked IT was this looks like a ID 10T
T.
Air.
Mhm. Yep.
And they're like,
My
oh,
current
oh,
go-to.
is that bad? Yes,
Yes.
incurable.
Yes, it is. Yeah. My current go-to is Pebcac Air.
Hebcac. Okay,
Pebcac.
I'm not familiar with this one.
The problem exists between the keyboard and chair.
Okay, yeah, that. hmm The computer's just
Yeah.
going to do what you tell it
Correct.
until it's too old to function. All
Yep.
the errors are user or abuser, as
Yes.
as as we called it at my job.
Yep. Yep.
I was
It's,
talking to Charity about IT Crowd, and I'm like, oh my god, I fell in love with it when my old boss, when I worked IT, told me about it. And she's like, "You worked IT?" And I'm like, "Yeah, for 10 years." She goes, "Oh, so you know a lot about computers?" I'm like, "Nope, I only did it for 10 years."
Yep.
She goes, why? And I'm like, "Because I knew how to use the computers better than the 80-year-old women who used them in the office. And when they called for help, the normal guy that had to answer their call could not restrain himself from strangling them anymore, so he needed someone to come in and take over."
Yep.
I'm not being mean. It's just a generational thing.
It is. It very much is.
It's not that you're incapable of it. It's just your brain doesn't think that way.
No,
You
at all.
it's not a deficiency. It's not a. I mean, I'm not saying it can't be learned, but you have to make way more effort to learn how to do this stuff than my child does.
Right.
And that's just the beauty of their generation. They're gonna grow up with it, and it's gonna be second nature.
Yep.
But I have a iPod. Yeah, that's very intuitive. But
Mm-hmm.
that's idiot proof because they wanted to sell a bunch to you.
Yep. Yes. Trying to get people to understand in that situation, you are the product.
Yeah. Uh, I got my new Pixel phone. Got it all
Oh
set
yeah.
up. It's so similar to the one I had already. It's
Yeah.
like I don't even notice a difference.
Nice.
It's just the newer one, so it might last longer or
Yeah.
6 months longer, whatever.
Sure.
They have the every 2 years kind of get a whatever their like current promotion. If they have like sign up, get a iPhone 20,
Right.
that promotion will be available to me as well. So not
Nice.
saying I'm getting an iPhone, but
Right.
there was a 30-second consideration
Honestly, I
when we
mean,
switched. I use a Mac. I have an iPad. There was a logic behind it, and mostly I
sure.
didn't want to do it because that meant a lot of work setting up the damn thing.
Right. Right.
Or I could just go pixel to pixel done.
Right. Yeah, I tell people, especially people that I work with, like, if you're not a super techie nerd kind of person, there's no real reason that you need to have an Android. Like, the selling point of an Android is the super techie shit that you can do.
Yeah, I originally switched back when I got my Samsung Galaxy 5, I want to say. It was a 5.
Right.
I switched from an iPhone 4 to a Samsung Galaxy 5, mostly because I tried to open a PDF on an iPhone and it's like, what's that?
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I gotta be done with this shit.
Right. Yeah, the last iPhone I had an iPhone 6 Pro.
Mm-hmm.
And when they announced that the iPhone 7 was ditching the headphone jack, I
Yeah.
was like, sorry guys, this is not for me. And I moved over to. I already had other issues with iPhone, but the headphone jack was
Was the
was
selling
the
point, yeah.
yeah. So moved to Android, had it on 2 phones, and then after that, now nobody has a headphone jack anymore. You have to buy fucking dongles, and that dongle is one of the most popular accessories for phones because they don't want you to use a headphone jack because they want to wall off the phone. And there's other things that you can do with a headphone jack besides just use it as a headphone jack.
Yes, it opens third-party apps to connect or appliances to connect.
Yep.
And it makes it harder to make it waterproof.
Correct.
Yes.
So, yeah, whatever. That's your thing. If an Android phone could give me, we'll say, pixel level performance, because I do feel that my
An Apple
Galaxy.
phone?
What's that?
An Apple phone could give you pixel level?
No, if an Android phone could give me pixel level quality of
Mm-hmm.
performance, but give me a headphone jack, I'd probably switch.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm so married into my Bluetooth headphones, so
I mean, yeah, I've got plenty of Bluetooth headphone sets. I would go back to something wired.
I have a set of Beats that are like the base model.
Yeah.
They're tied to each other. They hang
Mm-hmm.
around my neck. I usually use one of them,
Mm-hmm.
but it's mandatory for me to have that at work. I can't function unless I can, just put on a YouTube something and let it play.
Right.
Just
I basically have a headset on all day.
I need some noise in my ear hole area.
Our cube farm is just woefully tiny. And we fit 11 people in there.
Jeez.
So it's fucking loud.
The art department is quiet as fuck because the boss likes it that way. We joke that it's called the library because we're not allowed to talk.
Oh.
They just hired a new guy and he's very chattery. Like when he's trained,
Okay.
he's just like yeah the whole time, just pointing out everything, commenting on everything. It was kind of annoying.
Gotcha.
But we're like,
Good to know.
that guy's soul is going to be crushed here in T-3 days. Soon as Chris comes in here and he's like, okay, you got a problem? I mean, when I was listening to my headphones and listening to like Bill Burr or something and just cracking up, and he's like, hey Ray, you okay? I'm like, I'm laughing. That's a universal sign of okay.
Yeah.
He meant, hey Ray, shut
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just packed in like sardines, and if all the meetings that we were on had all the people in the office, it probably wouldn't be a big deal. But we have 4 different departments in those 11 cubes. So yeah, it gets real loud. So I just basically live with my headphones on and YouTube playing. Which sucks. But, that's corporate America cube life right there, baby.
Yeah.
So one day it won't be like that.
Yeah, one day you'll have to work from home.
I mean, I have been making a conscious effort to work from home more often. I just hate it.
You know how I feel. Yeah, I need the social environment of going to work each day and seeing those people,
right,
doing those activities, interacting when I need to, sharing
Sure.
outside knowledge that I'm not going to get anywhere else.
Sure.
But and then I need to be able to leave that behind.
Yeah. And
Work,
that's kind of what it is for me.
the working in the same place I sleep.
Yes.
It makes it hard to escape.
Right. It's hard for me to feel like I can unplug when I work from home because, well, my laptop's just right there. I can do some more work.
That
And that,
and because that is available, if I work from home, there would be, well, surely you can get that done. You're at home
yeah,
anyways.
yeah, yeah, I can see that.
I'm not taking you away from your home. You can work all weekend.
Right.
And last week I was cranky because I had to work,
Mm-hmm.
in my measure of things, too much overtime.
Okay.
I had worked till 7 every night and then went in Saturday and worked the whole day.
Oof.
That's
That's a
that's too
lot.
much. That's too much for me. I don't
Sure.
want that. I Like I said to my coworkers, I need my go home and stare at the wall time.
Yes.
I don't need to think about anything right now time.
Right.
And call it laziness, call it what, decompressing, call it mental health, whatever. I don't care. Give it to me.
Right. I'm very much the same way. I have I get up in the morning. I have my routine. I take the dogs out, go grab a shower. I come downstairs. I get them their breakfast. Then I play my PlayStation until it's time to go to work. This is my ritual. This is how I
Yeah.
handle
My
things.
ritual is sleep in till the last fucking minute and then
Sure.
and then go to work. I live close enough that I can push it to I think the latest I was able to manage was 5 after 7. I get out of
Okay.
bed. I roll through the shower. I'm out, brushed my teeth, all that shit by quarter after, uh, and I'm downstairs doing whatever I need to do, and then in the car. It only takes me 10 minutes to get to work, so that's plenty of
Right.
time. I think I heard somebody join us. I'm still wondering.
Yeah. Not sure what that sound was.
Kind of sound like Jeff going, uh-huh, but I can't be positive. What the fuck? Oh, my password isn't
I
working. There we go.
I legit heard a noise, but thought maybe it was just weird audio glitch. Did Jeff join?
I did.
There he
Oh,
is.
hey. How's it going?
How you feeling?
My mouth is still swollen, and
Yikes.
I made it worse a couple of days ago. Just because I wanted to try and be funny.
Oh. Were you trying to recreate the bloody smile from Fight Club?
No. I was just like legitimately trying to be funny, like making jokes
Oh.
and whatnot, and then the act of laughing caused
Oh.
me to like just the muscles that stretch when you smile and laugh.
Yes.
Yes, those. I have to keep those in a very neutral kind of position right now.
Mm.
Fun. I remember when you went, I think it was you had your tonsils out or something, and like you came home and ate ice cream and paid the price for that. Remember Nicole's that, yeah, he's fine, but dumbass came home and first thing he did was eat some ice cream or Maybe it wasn't tonsils. I don't remember what it was. But yeah.
I think you might be thinking of my appendix.
That might be it.
Potentially. Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
remember
that's
I remember I came and saw you in the hospital.
what I did, because that would be before we figured out that I was lactose intolerant, or that it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love that.
Lactose intolerant. All the cool kids are doing it.
I'm starting to believe that I may have a little bit of the lacking of toes.
Yeah. I just know I can become quite toxic if I eat too much yogurt, which is eat yogurt.
Yeah. I occasionally have to get lunch and not come home. I do try and come home for lunch whenever possible, but sometimes that just doesn't happen. So I go to Wayne's on Lexington Avenue and pick something up from their little grab and go deli selection. But I got a parfait week before last, and within, buddy, 2 hours, it became incredibly clear I had made a grave mistake. So,
Yeah. Apparently, the girl that sits behind me, she was talking about coworkers, and she's like, I've gone to lunch a couple times with the one girl in work, who is like very religious type person, and
mhm.
she goes, I thought everybody was like that until recently. So I was, very, quiet. I go, you only needed to talk to me for 5 seconds to know, you know, that wasn't me. And she goes, oh
Oh,
no, you weren't the problem, because my first day you said, hi, I'm Raymond. Oh, you're sitting behind me? Well, I fart a lot. And that was like, what the hell? And I go, I did not say that. And she goes, yeah, you did. And it really made an impression. And I'm like, okay. I don't remember saying that, but I'll own it, I guess.
Hilarious.
But yeah.
Nice.
So every once in a while I'll just look over the wall, and I go, brace yourself.
Nice.
Giving the obligatory fire in the hole. But I don't know what that was in reference to, if I was just joking or actually honestly did think I farted a lot. But I don't think I fart a lot. Not enough to warn a new person, but whatever.
You clearly do not have the intestinal issues that Mr. Bookman and I have.
No, thankfully, and not to belittle your guys' plight, but yeah, thankfully I don't have that.
No belittling there, sir. I wouldn't wish this on the one person in the world that I would wish many terrible things on.
Yeah, well, Dylan's not here right now, so
That's true. That's true.
he is the monster of the group.
Is he though?
He who says things that should not be said.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, or he says things only angels fear to say.
okay.
He's shocked me numerous times. How's that?
Well, yeah.
And I'm usually the one saying things that shouldn't be said.
That is true. I will give you that.
I think we all
You
have our
have-
moments.
Yeah. Once
Yeah.
we're off the air, I'll share one for you that was said to me and really shocked me.
But I have been waiting for 2 weeks now to talk about a movie.
Okay.
Have
Because
at
What
it.
movie is that?
Scream 7.
Oh,
Oh, that's right. Your trip to the theater.
I went to the theater by myself and could not have been more pleased.
that's awesome.
It was weird. Like it harkened back to the worst of the Screams in a cool way.
I'm gonna need some context on that.
Sure.
It's 3 is arguably the worst. Like there's very little discussion that 3 is the worst. They introduced this random guy who's now her half brother and
Yes, I remember. Okay.
right, and he was going to be
Yeah.
a director on one of the stab movies, and it just like they were jumping the shark
the
was eating
sharks.
the shark was eating its own tail as it was jumping itself.
Yes. We had a full-on Ouroboros situation here.
Nothing but shark. Um, and so I got lost in the shark Ouroboros.
Love it.
Well, don't make him laugh.
No. He hurt himself when he was trying to be funny. I'm allowed to try and be funny.
Yeah, he is. It's okay.
We're
But this one
put some
was a
effort into
delight.
those muscles.
Did this one correct
Oh,
past grievances or?
not exactly. So like there was no secret going into it that that Matthew Lillard's character, that Matthew Lillard was in this in some capacity.
Which I'm a
That's
fan of.
about the
I love him.
right, but that's like his involvement is about the worst kept secret.
Okay.
Does he come in as Shaggy?
So the way they introduce his character by way of video calls, and then after the first major video call, then someone's like, "Hey, could that be AI?" And
What?
so then it becomes, is it him or is it AI?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, and then it gets fucking batshit. Like the killer's reasoning is by far, I mean, big swing, and I respect them for it.
Okay.
Kind of batshit.
Okay.
Uh,
Weird.
yeah, it's yeah. So it was so fucking weird.
But they pulled it off, or
I think they did.
You think they did?
I don't know that
I think they did.
I think the closest I've ever come to watching Scream is Scary Movie.
See, and that's the fun. That's a fun bit of trivia that I love. That originally they were titled with the other Scream and Scary Movie. They had the others titles.
That's weird.
because that was what they had both like. They had started production with those titles and then changed partway through. So it's just an odd thing.
So you said it was a delightful movie. So
Yes.
you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah. It had some fun, innovative kills. It had that guy from Silence of the Lambs.
Anthony Hopkins?
No, the other one.
The guy from Monk,
Ethan Embry.
the guy that played the Buffalo Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Buffalo Bill?
He's or Buffalo Bill. Yeah, he was the chief of or the captain on Monk. Which, when I realized that, it was really strange.
That is really strange, but that's okay.
Huh.
So yeah, it was. It
Excuse
took
me?
things in an interesting direction. Because it tried to build the lore like it was doing one thing while it was doing something else entirely.
Okay.
Because
Weird.
the whole movie the setup and the premise, because it's like first 10 minutes. Oh my god, okay. This was fucking bizarre. So the movie played out like two movies. I will explain.
Okay.
The first 30 minutes played out like a horror movie. It had all of the tropes from beginning to end in 30 minutes.
Okay. Odd.
Right. But like the killer identified himself in a video call almost immediately. So it's like, oh, okay, we're doing it a little different this time. And then that guy gets run over by a car.
Okay.
That's awesome.
But that guy absolutely one of the killers.
Well, yeah, he killed people.
No, but like he was a part of the group this time.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
It's not just duos anymore. Now it's trios.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this one got a little. This one gets a little far fetched. Little. There's a more than eye roll at the logic.
Okay.
So the prime motivation. So back around the time of Scream, I want to say it was like Scream 2, Scream 3. Nev Campbell's character wrote a book.
Yes.
And it was right. And that was a big thing in the Scream world. It's talked about, it's referenced, it's this whole thing.
Yes.
So that book comes out, and the killer latches onto it and identifies with it and finds it empowering, and so is empowered through Sydney's words, and then Sydney just disappears from the spotlight, and the killer can't handle that.
Oh, okay.
And it now with no direction, sees holding her on holding her on the pedestal that she was as this last bit of baggage that she needs to let go of.
Uh-huh. Oh, the killer is a woman?
Yeah, well, one of them, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
There's a very big leap.
Big leap.
Yeah. The way they included Matthew Lillard was, I thought, really cool.
Okay.
Because there is never a point in time where it is definitively yay or nay.
Like they never tell you one way or another?
No.
Huh.
Which
Okay.
Now, apparently, there was an alternate ending that they filmed that definitively showed him alive, and the audience hated that, so they pulled out the part that showed him alive but left everything else.
Okay.
But I don't know that there's any more or less answer at the end of this than there was coming into it.
Cool.
It is a really cool smoke and mirrors job, though.
Okay. I'll take your
Real
word for
smoke
it.
show.
Like the mystery of it was pretty cool, and the double take on the movie structure was a really interesting narrative choice.
I will
Because
take
it
your
was
word
just
for it.
it was like it dove right in. It was like you know, pre logo killing.
Okay.
Then almost immediately after that dives right in, and there's another killing in the next 10 minutes.
Hmm.
And it was very set up to go very quickly, and that was both weird and interesting.
Okay.
Thank you, dear. So, yeah. But I enjoyed it. I look forward to watching it again.
Nice. It's nice when you can, enjoy a film enough to say, yeah, I'm going to watch that again.
Speaking of watch again, didn't I see something earlier this year that they were bringing Endgame back to the theater
Yes.
in April or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. It seems strange that they bring Endgame back, but not Infinity War. Because Infinity War was, the I don't know, the empire of that series. Yeah, everybody likes
Yeah.
Infinity War better, or it had more of an impact. But
Yeah.
I would like to go see it again. I don't think anything will compare to the first time I saw it in theater, but that was special.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I would never. Well, I had never seen a movie like that in a huge IMAX theater in Columbus, and people be that vocal. And I mean, there's some fuck yeah moments of that movie.
Right.
When Cap picks up Mjolnir is a big holy shit. Yeah, I was stomping my feet and I was excited. I mean, I don't know. I'd never had that kind of cheer for a movie kind of experience in a
Yeah.
theater before. Weren't you there with me, Jeff?
I was, but that was
Yeah.
Endgame, Ray.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Yes.
saying.
Okay. Well, I mean, the thing you're just talking about something being better than the thing that.
Oh, people in like hold Infinity War higher than Endgame because Endgame's kind of fan service in a lot of ways, but
Well, sure.
Infinity War has it's always more interesting, I think, when the heroes lose. The cheering point in Infinity War is when Thor arrives in Wakanda.
Yeah, probably.
That's the oh right, we can pull this out. this is gonna all work out. We can win. Oh shit.
Yeah.
And I have seen a lot of and I guess I might have remembered seeing things about it, but Captain America died in Infinity War.
Huh?
Captain America, like Thanos is there, and
No.
Captain America grabs him by the gauntlet, and Thanos punches him, and he goes down. There's a lot of people that believe Steve Rogers died right there. But then he goes up and he reverses time to bring Vision back, which brings Steve back. Because he was in that window. And there's also Rhodey comes back to life because he used the powers of the gauntlet to crush War Machine armor and like crush Rhodey. And then in the next scene after Thanos does his shit and everything's everybody's disappearing, Rhodey's walking normally in the suit. Come on, Sam, where'd Sam go? Which is another clue that those two people died. Thanos killed them, and then because of his turning back time to repair Vision, retrieve the stone, he didn't just bring it back for Vision, he brought it back for everybody.
I mean, I guess.
But saying that, Wanda's right there when he does it. He like pushes her to the side and does it, and Wanda doesn't reverse time. Is she in the bubble that is Thanos moving through time? I don't know. A lot of questions, a lot of inconsistencies. How do you want to interpret it? But
sure.
Moral of the story: I'll probably go see Endgame in the theater.
Okay.
Just because it's fun. And how can you not love it?
I'm not going to tell you not to go see a movie. Yeah. You do you.
We went and seen the Kevin James movie, Solo Mio, where his wife leaves him at the altar and he's stuck in Italy on his honeymoon. It was okay. Karen's like, "You want to go see this movie?" And I'm like, "Okay, sure."
Yeah.
And she's like, "I thought it would be." She thought it was going to be more of a haha, comedy, not a kind of rom-com. But it was okay. I think the only reason she wanted to go see it is because her and her friends were going down last Friday to Columbus to see him do stand-up, which she had asked me if I wanted to go, and I'm like, I've seen his stand-up. He's not really a stand-up comedian.
Okay, I need you to the burgers. I need you to calm down.
Okay. I'll be back.
Yeah, I don't really consider Kevin James a stand-up comedian. He's a comedic actor.
Yes,
I'll give him
I would
that.
say that.
But I don't know, my bar or what I consider stand-up comedians is a little different, I guess.
Sure, I would agree with that. I am not a Kevin James comedy like stand-up fan. That's not my thing either.
Yeah, she said he talked mostly about fat or being fat or this kind
Yeah,
of. I'm like, yeah, okay. I think Bert Kreischer does that better.
I would agree. Yeah,
I mean, I'm not so picky as to say stand-up comedy is only one way,
right.
because I like several comics who probably might not like each other,
Okay.
but they I appreciate them, but they're different. You I like Jerry Seinfeld's stand-up, but I wouldn't necessarily think he meshes with like Bert Kreischer or even Bill Burr. Those
You
are
can
just
have.
different. Those are just different different genres, different philosophies.
Yeah.
I
No,
know
that's
you
that.
don't like Seinfeld, but
No, Seinfeld is probably my least favorite comedian ever,
hmm.
and I know I'm definitely in the minority on that.
I like him now better than I did. I
Sure.
like him now that he's 65 and has family, and uh, he just seems to be more relatable, I guess, or just less gimmicky observation stuff. More okay. I've observed this, but chances are you have too.
Okay.
It isn't so much of just one guy's odd opinion.
Right.
But, so I downloaded on my phone the Pokemon TCG game.
Okay.
Because the girls play Pokemon Go, and
Sure.
I've played it, and I'm not walking anywhere, so I'm not getting a lot out of it. So I saw that, and I'm like, okay, I just want to see the cards. I just want to see the art. I just want, you know, to marvel at all the little things. I don't play it. I just
Yeah.
you go every 10 hours and you open it up, and you can open up a pack and see what you get. And
Okay.
that's the only endorphins I need from it,
Sure.
But yeah,
That's
some of them are cute, some of them are cool. It's I don't know anything about Pokemon, but it seems like the philosophy of this game, or at least the people that sell it, is we have this collection of creatures, and there's only so many, but each one has like 50 different cards.
yeah.
So you yeah, you like Pikachu, but do you have this Pikachu? Do you have this one? Uh, so it's just, I don't know, just seeing the different artists is one different. Now, they're not all the same either. It's not all the same stat. Like, so
Correct.
there is a game mechanic side to it as well. Because the one might be more powerful than the one you have, or
Yes.
have a specific weird ability. It's kind of like Deadlands with experienced characters.
Yes.
But then you add on that experienced character, now you have a variant art one. And you have this one with foil, and you have this one where it's a team up with a different character. You know, all these different. It's a strange build, and you know, I'm sure some people are annoyed because duh, but it's new to me.
Sure. Yeah, I think
And
that's
so-
one of the things that they did really well about that game. You know, they found a way to reinvent Pikachu 10 different times.
Well, they found a way to make it collectible.
Right.
It's really a collectible card game. I think 90% of the people that collect Pokemon cards don't play Pokemon.
Probably, yeah.
I don't think they play it at all. They just get the cards. And
Yeah.
the price of some of those fucking cards. Oh my god.
Oh my god, man.
It's like 10 grand for one Charizard foil, you know, evolution fucking card.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. You have Pikachu, but you also have the different versions, the power up versions.
Mm-hmm.
So each character you have, you know, you can have 6 different cards of that character with all different stats, different abilities. But then you have each of those characters have 3 versions of itself. So each of those versions have 6 different. You know,
What the fuck?
yeah, it's weird.
So you guys don't play the Minecraft on the regular, right?
I have it on my phone, and I have it on my. I think I purchased it for iPad, but I've never spent enough time in it to understand it, like what I'm
Okay.
supposed to be doing or how I do. And I know there's a whole big list of complicated recipes you need to
Yeah.
know and
Well,
understand to make the things you need. I don't know any of that.
found something underground. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. Like,
I think Dylan's your man.
I don't think
Screenshot
Dylan's
it.
on yet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in this big wide open cave, which, you know, yeah, I know they redid caves and shit. Totally fine with that. But like, there's this weird green, eerie, iridescent block structure in here that seems like it catches fire.
Are they mage stones or something?
I don't know yet. I'm just utterly perplexed at what I'm staring at.
Like, if I hit it with an axe, will I die? Kind of perplexed. Is it going to explode?
It's almost like these blocks are alive.
Well, isn't it like in some places you go and you mine the ore in that place? The seemingly docile monsters that were in that zone ignore you until you do that. Like you're touching their stones. Isn't that a factor in some places?
Potentially.
It's like they don't like you mining their diamonds.
Yeah, that's possible. But this is like imagine the bricks themselves are alive.
Hostile or just living?
Unsure at this time.
Undetermined as of yet.
Yes.
Hesitant to investigate further.
Correct.
Okay.
As I walk across them, My steps on these blocks seem to be like sending out pulses that go to another block, and those blocks then, like, if you step enough, they like catch fire, kind of.
Okay.
And there's like,
does catching one on fire catch others on fire?
no,
Okay, so it won't like just blow up the world you doing this.
no, it's man, this is some wild ass shit. Huh. Like, I want to stick around here so that I can like show somebody, but like I'm
What
out
the
of torches.
Do you see his message?
What? Whose
Jeff's
message?
Jeff's message he just sent.
Oh, no. One sec.
I don't want to read it out loud for that sake.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you take care of that. That's seems way
Yeah.
more important than this.
Yeah, we're a bunch of guys who sit around on a fucking couch and talk about shit. We're good. Yeah, this is motherfucker. I will say, the mobs in the area around this shit,
Mm-hmm.
they are way more hostile.
Okay. So that should tell us something, right?
Yeah. Like, I want to Google it or some shit, but I'm like, I don't even know what I Google about this. Oh, apparently if you stand on it too long, you get a debuff?
That would make sense. Debuff being something bad, right?
Yes, yes. You can't see anything that isn't those blocks. Like,
Minecraft underground glowing rocks. Bricks. Skulk blocks.
I've never heard of that.
How to use skulk blocks. Okay, these things that he's calling skulk blocks, they're like black and they have like kind of turquoise turquoise dots. Yep, that's a
Yep.
skulk blots.
Okay.
Where to find them? Deep dark. It's a deep dark biome.
Okay.
Ancient city.
Terrifying that it's a new biome, but okay. Yes, this is Skulk. Okay. I also, like, my inventory was full, so I was trying to like figure out a way, like, how do I Skulk catalyst, Skulk sensors, Skulk blocks.
Oh, it's like so if you kill monsters on the skulk block will expand.
Uh-huh. Okay. That's interesting. So the things called
Yeah,
Skulk sensors are what are lighting up as I walk on regular Skulk blocks, from what I can tell.
Oh shit! There's a mob that comes out of it. Has a health of 500.
Out
It
of
looks
what?
like it's like huge and it's got antlers and it's like warden, skulk warden.
Oh, okay. So I should not be doing what I'm doing now.
Yeah, you might spawn him.
Okay. Okay.
He doesn't like vibrations, so you walking and stuff is what alerts him.
Gotcha.
He's blind,
Okay.
but he goes off smell and hearing.
cool.
Yeah, there's a ton of videos about it. So
Okay.
yeah,
I will
You know-
have to
you
learn
know-
about this.
you know what it's called now. So
Yes. Thank you. I wanted to like stop and look, but it's like I am so surrounded by enemies that are like super vicious.
yes.
Oh.
Seems like they're going to get more vicious if you dawdle or tap your foot.
That's fucking cobblestone? What? The fuck? I'm gonna die. These motherfuckers are going to kill me.
Who?
All these zombies and fucking skeletons and shit.
Okay.
Like, yep, I'm dead. I was blown up by a creeper. But hey, you know,
Now you can investigate skull blocks.
yeah, now I can, oh, okay.
And I think we got a Dylan, so maybe he knows.
We
Yeah.
do.
Finally.
So, Dylan, are you familiar with Skulk in Minecraft?
It's a thing that I've heard, but what about it?
Okay. I have never seen it before, and I just like fell into just all of it.
It's like a bunch of black blocks with turquoise, twinkly spots on them.
Yes.
Mm.
And there was just all the enemies, all the mobs, and they were just all angry. I have never seen these before, so I was just like, oh, okay.
I think they were the last few updates, but I don't know.
Okay.
I'm back.
Everything
it's more
okay?
the kids mention them, and then they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, they were doing this and this," and then I don't know what happened after that.
Gotcha. Okay. So, what game was this?
Are we still up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if I need to kill the recording, I can kill the recording so we can talk about
I
it.
just wasn't going to say anything until we were done. But it's up to you. How was academics? Anybody win?
Not my boys' team.
Any more butt monkeys?
No more butt monkeys,
Meh.
unfortunately.
Okay.
Although there was one round where it was like one group of because the way it's done, each side is asked 10 questions. All of the answers to all of the questions start with the same letter. And then
Okay.
second round they use buzzers and can buzz in. Yeah, it's just not good.
You okay?
Huh. Sorry to hear that.
I mean, he finally came alive. Around round 4 of 6, after he finally was given sufficient shit for because there were so many times where it was very clear that he would like sit up because he knew the answer, but didn't do anything with it.
Hmm.
And he was quizzed on that, and he agreed that was the case, and then it was just like, dude, you got to start saying something. Your team needs this. And it was like, from that point on, he was so much more mobile, so much more vocal.
Did you
Good.
lose points if you're wrong?
No,
Okay. Then yeah, there's really no downside.
Exactly. Oh, but it's fun hearing kids say some of the just dumbest shit to some of these questions.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's no specific example that comes to mind, I'm sorry.
it's okay. It just,
Well, because I know that's the follow-up.
you know, it's, I was gonna ask, but
There
I
was
mean, I've
it.
seen
There's
enough of those things where it's very much like, yep, that was an outrageous thing to say, and I've already forgotten what it was because you just said another outrageous thing.
well, it's just
Huh.
it was outrageous, but it wasn't like super outrageous.
Right. It wasn't butt monkey.
Yeah. It was like, oh, that's funny because that was a northerner like 100 years different. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't know. It was
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, Theo's team finished 17th out of
Out
20,
of
25.
okay, that's
It's
guess
not
they're
as good a showing as last time.
That's a number.
yeah.
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 The other team from his school finished 3rd.
There weren't
Hmm.
enough questions about flat Earth for him to really shine.
There were a couple that like he knew and he was proud that he knew and his team was surprised that he knew and the audience seemed surprised that he knew and I was just like that's my boy. He's going to know that. That's the kind of weird shit he's going to know.
I remember
Okay.
when I took Elizabeth to trivia. I used to go beat ups at trivia night, and we were trying to answer the one question, and the answer was Darwin, Charles Darwin, and none of us were coming up with it. And Elizabeth's like, "That's Charles Darwin." And I'm like, "What? How the fuck do you know that?" And she goes, "He's a character in, or he's they feature him in Assassin's Creed, whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Glad we
What?
brought you." Yeah.
Charles Darwin is in Assassin's Creed.
He's in one of
Uh,
the Assassin's Creeds. Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Unity or something maybe, or
no, it's
Syndicate.
not Syndicate. Yes.
Yeah, Syndicate. Yeah,
Unity
Hmm.
was the one in France.
yeah. But yeah, she tossed that out there. I was like, oh, cool.
Wow.
Somebody knew it.
Nice.
But yeah, that's something that's always gonna sit in the back of my head. Remember that time Elizabeth pulled Charles Darwin out her ass. What the fuck?
Hmm.
What you talking about?
Sometimes they just know the weirdest fucking shit,
Yeah. Damn schools these days.
right? Hmm.
But the one round it felt like all of the questions for because they vary wildly in difficulty from things that you feel are age appropriate to 10-year-olds to things where you're like I need to think about this for a moment.
Yeah, I don't know this. What the hell?
Yeah. Um And it just felt like all of the questions directed at Theo's team were at the much higher end of the difficulty spectrum, and the other team's questions all felt like they were from the lower end of the difficulty spectrum.
Hmm. That's unfortunate.
And that's I'm not saying anything other than it just seemed that way. I don't think anything was anything.
Yeah.
You're not alluding to some kind of academic challenge conspiracy. So to
Oh
speak.
God, no! My kids' team lost because they weren't good.
Well, at least we all can agree on that point.
I mean, we've all been pretty honest about our kids' performance when they've performed however they've done.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. He goes out there and he tries, and he gets stuff that other kids are not getting, and that makes me super proud. But his team just wasn't getting it done.
Gotcha. So I know we're getting close on time here. I just wanted to one other thing I wanted to bring up to Mr. Dillon because he's the only other person that plays Minecraft. I've started venturing into the automated farming and automated things that you can do.
Sure.
Gotta tell you, figuring out like automated farms that work in survival is a lot of fun.
There are some wild things that people have come up with for farms, for like
Yes.
mob farms, like the cows, where it's just like suddenly
Yeah.
there's just hundreds of cows because you just let them go wild with enough food.
Right. So I've got an automatic composter. I can put the shit in the chest and it funnels down through and becomes bone meal at the bottom. I like that one. I've got a automatic sugarcane farm, an automatic bamboo farm, and I have a 5-stall infinite lava fuel farm so far. I am having a good time with these. I don't think I should be allowed to have this much fun, if I'm being honest. Like,
I mean, they've done a good job at making it something everybody can do and do something completely different every time and
Yeah.
have a good time. Like, you don't have anything like some people spend their entire time just recreating things that exist in the real world,
right.
and other people just want to beat the Ender Dragon. Some people just like digging holes.
I'm more of the. It's not that I don't want to dig holes or that I don't want to beat the Ender Dragon, but I have decided that I am going to populate my island.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
He's playing a different Minecraft than I ever heard of. Yeah, wow.
Well, so that was kind of
It's
not gonna lie. That was
Minecraft
kind of
After
the
Dark.
that was kind of the joke about it. So I realized I am on
I
we'll
want
call
my
it
own race of people.
yes. This is a bigger island than you would normally think about, like island in Minecraft. Normally, islands in Minecraft are 10 by 20 or something, blocks in size. This is probably 500 blocks wide, 700 blocks long. Island
You
has
fit so
features
many kids in
geology.
this rock.
Right. So when I was playing on Xbox 360, I used zombie villagers and cured them to build a village. And I realized this time I want to see how many, because now with PlayStation 5, like there's no caps on things. So I want to can I get a population of, I don't know, 1,000 on this island? So that's what I'm going to work towards. Now, obviously, they will not be allowed in areas. I will fucking murder them. But I'm building up infrastructure outside of my walled areas, and eventually, I'm just going to start curing zombie villagers, and making multiple villages on my island.
Making your way down.
I even built a holy building on my property.
Does it have snakes? Are there snakes? Can you have snakes?
I mean, there are no snakes in Minecraft,
Snakes?
so. But
What about
yeah.
snakes?
They're generally solid.
Okay. So kick over those boxes and find the snakes.
Damn straight. But yeah, I decided that's my goal for this Minecraft game that I've been doing. I'm going to
Bring about religion.
yes, I will be their god.
And they will call me Snake.
Is that a problem that I want to be god?
No, it's just. I'm sorry. It was just you said it, and it was just the first thought that came to mind was finally. it's just.
Hey, if you want to make some real money, start a religion.
that I've finally embraced.
No, it's just like about fucking time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Always expected, never. Well, always hoped, but never truly expected.
Okay.
So speaking of religion, on that huge mock list I was working on, like three
Yeah.
of the things were bend-in religious products, like little board books for kids, puzzles, and stuff that they wanted religious theme to. I gave them to Aisha to work on because she's drawing that kind of stuff for a real product we were working on. And she drew this little Jesus character. He's got the white robes and the red sash, and he's got lambs and lions around him. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, that's really cute, but it looks just like our coworker over here. And I point at this new guy that started, Matt, who with this, flowing hair. And I go, if his hair was darker, that little character you just drew looks just like Matt. And she's like, oh my God, it does. What the hell? And she was like mortified. And I'm like,
it's amazing.
I'm like, Matt, come here. And she's like, no. I totally called her on it and pointed it out to him. And he's like, cool.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I just thought it was funny.
Nice. Okay, well, it is dog time, and then I'm hoping it's dice chucking time after that.
Oh, please.
I'm down. Yeah,
Okay. Then I will.
that was my understanding.
Yes, let me do this. Let me do. Go to Discord and hey everybody, have a good